What's up, milkers? We are back for another episode, the first of the year. Happy New Year, everyone. The first beer of 2024 is a fantastic one. This is called Columbus Architect. This is by Fort George Brewery out of Astoria, Oregon, in collaboration with Ghost Town Brewing. This is a 6.66% ABV IPA with fresh Columbus hops straight from the farm. It is crisp, it is aromatic, it is everything you want in an IPA. And it has a strong Comcast rating of 4 out of 5. Now, as always, please drink responsibly. Let's get into the show, the first of the year, with our good friend, our good time, fun time boy, Alec. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Comcast. As always, I'm your fucking amazing, sexiest, glorious, gracious host, Ryan. And joining me, as always, is Cody. And joining us once again in the studio is Alec, Xander, Nathaniel, Nicole Bennett.
Yeah. Well,
Alexander Aretha Franklin Bennett.
yeah, well, you got two names, right?
Oh, did I?
Yeah.
What's your? Well, that's good. You have like 4 names, right?
Bradley J. And J.
Yeah, just J. Yeah.
Yeah.
You literally have just a
like
J.
you're a fucking author of a fantasy novel.
It's not.
It's me trying to write a book.
Was there
or
no?
something.
I think we've asked you this before. Was there no reason to have like just a J? Does a J represent anything, or is it literally just aesthetics for your name?
Well, all the Bennett's boys have J's.
Just J.
No, I'm the only one.
You're the only one that just has a J?
Just has the J.
Is everyone else like J-A-Y?
Yeah.
Really?
Every single one.
And
My dad, I guess, just want to be different.
Ran out of room.
So
Real man.
ran out of room on the birth certificate.
Yeah, my fucking Bradley spelled weird too. Brdlee.
What?
Yeah,
What's your name? Bradley.
Bradley J.
Yeah.
That's the most redneck name I've ever heard.
Yeah.
Bradley J.
What's your name, Bradley J?
Bubba J. What was Alexander about?
My mom liked Xander, my dad liked Alec, and they just put it together.
Wow, creative.
I know.
Let's give a round of applause.
named after Obi-Wan Kenobi. Sir Alec Guinness. I am.
Sir Alec Guinness.
Yeah, because he was dubbed. Just like Sir Elton John.
He was dubbed. That's a dab.
I know. Yeah, same thing.
Dab me up. Smoke a dab.
Uh-huh.
All right, origin story of Alec. And thine child was born with 4 names.
4 names.
3 names in a letter.
3 names in a letter. That's good.
He's also a preemie.
A preemie?
Yeah. Born early, a month
Oh.
early.
You were born as a preemie, you're still a preemie.
I know. Fucking.
Look at me.
Huh?
Pre-cum baby.
I was going to say premature ejaculator, but
Yeah.
My dad can count on one hand how many times they had sex.
I bet.
That's
You?
it. Yeah, my mom and dad, yeah.
can count on one hand
They can.
how many times they've had
It's funny
sex.
because your mom only has one hand.
Now another 6.
Yeah. We count this one as an individual digit. 6 fingers total.
When she goes to Buffalo Wild Wings, they'd be like, how much for your hand?
Reminds me of District 9. I want that fucking arm. Yeah.
Hey, yo, where'd you get that arm? I want that fucking arm. Give me that arm. That's fucking good. I love that. Welcome back, everyone, to the show. We appreciate you so much. We hope you've had a very safe and fantastic New Year's Eve, no matter what you did. We hope you enjoy the first episode of this year of the Comcast and all the other podcasts you listen to. We are going to go strong into 2024, and we've already had the first natural disaster of the year.
Yeah.
Japan had an earthquake, and then a tsunami is on the way. So, it's a bouncing baby boy. So, we got dark real quick. Well, I did.
Well,
Tsunamis! Woo!
It's only going to continue from here.
Yeah.
Burn the whole earth down. Do it.
Demonic in 2024.
Alec literally said before we started the episode, he's like, this whole world should burn. I'm like, easy, dude. Calm the fuck down. This reminds me of a time when I lost my friend in school. You morbid ass. Let's talk about why Alec thinks that, Alec just thinks that we just keep him around because we make fun of him. Let's talk about that a little bit. Tell us your feelings, Alec.
Do you not hear yourself?
Oh.
Do you not hear
Huh?
So do you not hear yourself?
What are you talking about?
I don't know. Like every single time, it's just a slap in the face.
Nobody
Like-
slapped you. Nobody's physically assaulted you, Alec.
Just emotionally.
God didn't give you a head that big.
Emotionally slapped you. Is that how you really feel?
God didn't give you a head that big not to be slapped.
I know it's a big fucking target.
It is a big target.
Can't
So tell
believe
us how
I
you
found a
really-
hat that fits.
Tell us how you really feel, Alec. Do you feel like you're hazed, bullied, /
I've been
traumatized?
bullied my whole life.
I was born in the dark.
Yeah. No, I don't know.
I mean, how would you feel if you just had that one creepy arm reaching to your crib? Like every to tuck you in.
It's probably why I got dropped a lot.
I'll get you.
It's the perfect swooning arm, though. Or it's the perfect swaddling arm, though.
Swooning.
I think my parents hate me a lot
So-
because my fucking back of my head's just fucking flat.
Probably.
They what?
My back of my head's just flat.
You think they what?
Hated me. So
No.
they just left me laying there.
No, we have flat heads too. It usually happens. It sometimes happens when babies are left on their back too long.
Yep.
And if they're left on their back, I used to work with a lady when she would go to work and she was with her husband at the time. Which at the time when I met her, they were no longer together. But when he was a baby, and after they split up, when he would go to his dad's house as a child, or literally as a baby. He would literally get left on his back too long and not flipped over. You got to have like a healthy dose of both.
Mm-hmm.
And he actually had to wear a helmet for like a year as like a 2-year-old because his head was actually misshapen.
That happens.
And sometimes people just have flat heads.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we have flat heads, but I feel like it kind of like starts somewhere. Like you got to start somewhere. Yours is like you can put a leveling tool on the back of your head and be like, yeah, we're all good.
Yeah. It's bad.
Build this house.
That's how they built the top. That's how they started the foundation for a house.
Yeah.
If you're a building contractor, Alec, move in. Like, come over here, Alec. We need a level for this fucking foundation.
Feels flat to me.
I'll live here now.
I live here now. Oh goodness! I got Alec a pair of colorblind glasses because Alec's red-green deficient colorblind, and he's been trying them on and seeing that things are redder than they appear. So he's a bit culture shocked this morning. We had a little bit. We had some New Year's Eve festivities went to last night. Everybody just stayed at my place, and so we're recording on New Year's Day, the afternoon of New Year's Day. So I got Alec these colorblind glasses for Christmas, and he figured out what color Spider-Man actually is.
And Santa.
And Santa. And Santa. And Santa. Yeah.
Santa. Yep.
And then it's kind of one of those things like, I was like, this is fucking eye-opening right now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just like, do you just think grass is green because people have told you it's green your whole life?
I guess. I don't know. I mean,
I mean, we were outside and there was a bunch of leaves on the ground. He's like, what color are those leaves?
green.
They're brown.
He just sees in like spectrums. Like spectrums of color.
Because I'm on the spectrum.
Just a smidge.
Just a smidge. But, and he had a background on his phone, and he has a golden retriever. Golden retrievers are essentially like a golden brown, and you always thought he was red.
I mean, they do have red golden retrievers.
Yeah, but yours is actually more like a dark brown, reddish color, and you thought he was like dark red, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's actually brown.
I tried that on and opened my phone screen, and I can see all different types of fucking colors. Just crazy.
I'm excited for you to actually, like, 4th of July this year, for you to actually see fireworks.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, that's insane. You should have brought him in here. I would have played a video of fireworks for you.
Baby,
Huh? He just sings Katy Perry. Hey, that song holds up still. Katy Perry's songs still hold up.
She's hot.
Do they though?
She's hot.
Not really.
She's got big tits.
Wow.
Well, that's lovely.
Wow. Now I know how you met your ex.
She doesn't though.
The badonkadonk.
Oh my god. It's alright. Nobody listens to this podcast that you work with. That's okay. A few people do. That's why I say that.
Oh, it's okay. Fuck them. I love you.
You're gonna fuck him.
I love you guys.
That's okay, fuck him. So since this is a New Year's Day podcast, does anybody have any goals for 2024?
Nope.
Well, that's quick. What about you, Alec?
The bench 2 plates.
225.
Bench 225?
Yeah.
What do you bench now?
I don't know.
Do
You
bench?
don't know.
Do you even bench, bro?
Yeah, I do, but it's like a incline machine thing, and I think it was like 185 or something like that.
So it's not an actual flat bench? Then you don't bench, bro.
Whatever.
Do you have any other aspirations than to bench 225, which is the most generic fucking thing I've ever heard of?
And probably to get down to 225.
You want to bench 225? Alec's numbers for the year, 225.
How many hot dogs do you want to eat in a row? 225.
How many beers do you want to drink in a row? 225.
I want to beat Andre the Giant's record on that.
You would be on it.
Beers?
Yeah.
Yeah, if you drink enough beers in one sitting, you technically turn into Andre the Giant. You do. Like, you just morph into Andre the Giant. Nobody could outdrink. He would drink bottles of fucking wine.
Yeah.
Like, he would chug them like they were a fucking sippy cup.
He would drink like half a case of wine before every match.
Yeah. Get you going, man.
But he was in
Loosens up the bones.
But he was in pain, so that's why he drank.
He was sad.
No, he was like severely in pain from his growth disorder.
I am too, and mentally.
I'm mentally in
Alec's
pain.
severely in pain from his brain growth disorder. Alec has a giant brain. It's just filled with not a lot. It's filled with those skeptical dog videos.
Yeah.
And Bush
Thanks,
Light.
thanks, Mom.
It's filled with those.
It's not her fault.
She dropped me.
How long are you gonna live? You should have landed on all fours like a cat.
Yeah.
It's your fault. It's your fault your baby ass didn't fucking get yourself.
How long you gonna live on that? It was my mom's fault that she dropped me. And look at me now.
Now we're just playing the blame game.
I know.
I'm lucky I can drive a car.
Probably got CTE or something. Fucking being next to Antonio Brown.
CTE, STD, all them.
I got CTE from playing football on Xbox. Yeah. It gave me a head injury.
It did.
Maybe that's just the way you're shaped because, like, in like the year 2050 or whatever it is, because people play so many video games, they're just shaped like that claymation character.
Oh, God.
Maybe that's just what you're shaped like.
I'm waiting for one day I shave my head and I have a fucking indent from my head.
Oh yeah, you probably do. Don't
I
ever
see it.
shave your head. I see it, dude.
I see it too.
Your ears are like different. Your ears are wider.
Wider.
Yeah, your ears are wider. Your ears are wider. Your
From
head
being
goes way-
pressed in.
Yeah,
I do see the indent though.
yeah, I do. Maybe we should shave your head and see what happens.
We should.
We should see it.
No,
It's gonna
I'm
look
good.
like a fucking Grand Canyon on your
No, I'm
fucking
good.
head.
Dude, some of them are bad.
Some of them are really bad.
They're
What?
terrible.
What?
Them headphone indents.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're terrible.
Then also wearing headphones, like when I wear headphones, when you wear headphones in general, like your earwax production goes up, like, it, like, quadruples. So, like, people that wear headphones have, like, abnormally, like, active earwax. So you have to clean your ears, like, way more regularly. When I went to Idaho, because I wore headphones on the flight to, like, watch movies and just listen to podcasts and shit while I was at the airport, I had to clean my ears for, like double for, the next 2 days after that, because your earwax production goes up when you wear headphones. And, like, when we used to have a job where we would just wear headphones all day while we worked, I had, like, abnormal earwax production. It's super weird. So, do you have, like, abnormal earwax? Do you have to, like, clean your ears a lot?
I don't remember the last time I cleaned my ears.
That's fucking disgusting. Hopefully no girls listen to
He just
this.
took a shower beer down. His shower beer was up there for a week.
He's cleaning his ears right now.
In his collection of empty
You
soap
need that.
containers.
You need that viral TikTok fucking earwax thing with a camera on it.
I have one.
Do you? You don't fucking use it.
It's clean in there. I mean, you're not,
Huh?
you're not supposed to take all your earwax out.
You produce more.
Not supposed
You're not supposed to take all your earwax out.
I thought you moistened. I thought because it protects your eardrums or whatever from damages. So is the hair in there.
Yeah. I'm gonna fucking Google
Earwax protects the ears.
I think it shows the hair fibers in there.
Yeah, it keeps all the critters from going in your ear.
Does earwax cause memory loss? That's what one of the...
Probably what's wrong with you.
Earwax protects the skin of the human ear canal, assists in cleaning and lubrication, and provides protection against bacteria, fungi, particulate matter, and water. That's fucking gross. That's a really gross picture.
I fucking told you.
I fucking told you.
It can be orange, red, or yellowish.
Earwax is a waxy substance that everyone has in their ears.
No shit.
No shit.
You don't need to clean the inside of your ears.
Scientists recovered the earwax from blue whale, a species that keeps earwax for life, unlike earwax rejecting humans. Huh.
You don't need to clean the inside of your ears. They do it all by themselves. I don't believe that.
Have you not ever had it fall out?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, though. Like, I've had, when, like, growing up, you could tell the kids that didn't clean their ears because the inside of their ears were orange.
Yeah.
Yeah, clean your fucking ears.
I remember seeing that in school. Like,
Obviously, sorry to interrupt you.
Yeah.
Obviously, you're not supposed to go, like, fucking deep inside your canal because you can damage or hurt your eardrum. But, like, you've seen the kids growing up that never cleaned their ears. Their fucking ears were orange.
Yeah.
It looked like they dipped their ear in fucking Dorito dust.
Uh-huh.
I remember one time I was cleaning my ears. I was using the Q-tips and I shoved that shit down. It packed up in my ear.
Impact wax, yeah.
And I couldn't hear out of that until I bought some solution
The spray in
there.
Yeah.
I thought I went deaf. I was scared. I was freaking out.
You were a kid?
No, I was like 23.
That was a year ago.
Mama, I'm deaf.
I was so scared.
I can't hear.
I couldn't hear.
So do you have any other goals for 2024?
Leave all the negativity I've had in 2023 in the past.
Yeah. Breathe in success, breathe out bullshit. Manifest destiny.
Yeah.
I think my goals for 2024 is just to work on myself and travel a lot more. I've already been making plans. I mean, we're all going to the Carolinas in the spring, and I've already planned a trip for another 2 weeks from now, and going out west again next year. So just travel, see places, work on myself, be the best me, advance in my career and do what I love doing, which is what I do for my job. But honestly, that's kind of what I'm looking at. And hopefully there's not another outbreak. We were hanging out at a local bar last night, and everybody's like, yeah, 2024. And I was like, hopefully no COVID.
Yeah.
And then we're like, oh no, it's still here.
That's never going away.
It's never going away.
It's something we're going to have to live with.
It's like when your in-laws come for Christmas. It's almost like they never want to leave.
Yep.
It's like a bad case of
gonorrhea.
Herpes.
Herpes doesn't leave. So
it's like an STD. It's always lingering.
Mm-hmm.
It's hibernating, waiting to come out and be like, boo! I'm here, bitch!
On the back burner.
On the back burner.
Speaking of burners, Alec's ass is attracted to your fucking stove. Every time you're over,
I think the stove
you lean up against the gas stove and turn it on.
I actually think the stove might be attracted to his ass because it's gotta, it doesn't get any attention from me.
Got no butt, but you find them knobs on that stove every time you come over.
I think just any stove.
Any stove?
Yeah.
You automatically turn on?
Yeah. Because I was putting groceries one day and I had a box sitting on it and I turned the electric stove on and caught the box on fire.
Jesus Christ.
I threw it out in the snow.
Your ass knows your ass knows you're
When was
hungry
this?
before you do.
2 years ago?
2 years ago? You threw it out in the snow.
I did.
Well, that's when you first moved into your house, right? So it was a new house.
Yeah.
But you've been around an oven for a while.
It was a crock pot box.
Did you just buy a crock pot?
Yeah.
No, I just had the box.
You never fucking know, dude. So you just bought a crock pot, and you know what it was? Your stove was pissed that you bought a crock pot. It's like, those lazy motherfuckers. Like, I'm gonna burn the fuck out of this box. I hope the crock pot's in it. Bought a crock pot.
At one time, I know it's not stove related, but it was coffee pot related. I was cleaning it one day before work, and I almost made it to work. I turned my happy ass around because I thought I left it on.
Uh-huh.
I forgot that they have switches. That
Auto shut offs.
Auto shut off. So
Auto
I drove 30 minutes back to home.
From work?
For nothing. Because I was afraid I was going to burn my fucking dogs alive.
With a coffee pot.
With a coffee pot.
Ah, they'd have got out.
You know, if you think about it, the coffee pot's like the ultimate tool for any broke person that doesn't have a kitchen. That plate is hot. You can fry an egg on that thing.
Yeah.
Make ramen or whatever.
Yeah, you can make ramen, you can make coffee, you can make soup, you can fry an egg on the plate. Think about it.
There's people who use those kettles like you use to make food in hotels. If they have a kettle or something like that, electric kettle, they'll sous vide meat in it and shit.
Yeah. Well, when you go to the local farmer's market here, there's a coffee place and they have like 3 of those those kettles.
Uh-huh.
And if you because the coffee's only hot by a certain time. So if you want an actual hot coffee, they'll literally they keep it in the kettle and they heat it back up and then pour it for you. So it's actually hot coffee.
Yeah.
It kind of just rejuvenates it, but they just boil it in that thing. Pretty cool. Yeah. So if you're a broke college student, you don't have room, dude, you can fry an egg on the hot plate, you can make a ramen, you can make soup, you can sous vide stuff.
Sous vide.
Sous vide.
Who cares?
Oh.
Now they have those electric pots now that you can get. You plug it in, it has a dial on it.
Yeah, that one person on TikTok just making a full meal in my dorm room. Have you seen those videos?
Yeah.
Literally, he has one of those pots and he literally cooks everything.
I'd hate to be his doorman.
As he's watching a certain movie. There's this one there's this one account on TikTok that I found recently. It's a new account. He only has the person only has 5 videos up. This person, they've already got almost 11,000 followers. So it's called the Fractal Knot on TikTok, and I highly recommend looking at this. So Cosmic Stories, written by me, official TikTok of the Fractal Knot, and so this person has used CGI AI animation to create and write these stories with a voiceover, an AI voiceover. This story is literally about a society of vegetables that became super intelligent beings. It's fucking crazy. You guys should watch these videos individually. I'll click the first one and we can watch part of it. It's insane. Like the images and the AI and all this other stuff. And then he wrote the stories for them. Super cool.
The secret power of the Carrot Empire was discovered at the end of an Arctic expedition. Some of their ancient scrolls had hinted at a power that once belonged to the rabbits. A genetic power, one that might have even created them. Some of the carotenoids were slow to believe that old myths might be true, but their revered shaman and king had sent them with an assurance that their quest would be worthwhile. Their journey took them to a dark cave, where all of their wildest dreams turned out to be true. A timeless egg contained a flower that once touched transformed the carotenoid's DNA forever. A species which was once of an ordinary stature and intelligence instantly became godlike. The 12 of them that returned from the expedition branded themselves as such. Each became immortal and acquired a mutation that gave them an incredible power. While 10 of them were still orange, one of them turned yellow, and another became purple, both of them pushing the limits of genetic superiority, threatening the orange carotenoid named Radix, who crowned himself king. He had the particular mutation of telekinesis, and he created an empire of his own, but knew that he would have to find a way to banish the purple and yellow threat. And so, the purple carrot known as Intellectus, with the power of telepathy, was imprisoned underground. The yellow carrot, Rutan, empowered with great strength, fled to another continent, anticipating his capture by Radix.
Huh.
The secret...
Isn't this insane?
Yeah.
And it's different stuff, like in this story, it talks about the carotenoids that were just like simple carrots, you know, and then it keeps going on telling the story, and then the Broccolian Empire, the artichoke people, the Radishans, which is like this, like they were like jesters, like comedic people, and then advancing on, and it's like this. So there's only 5 videos up right now, and it looks like he's released one. This person's the Fractal Nut has released one like once every week or so, once every 5 days. It's really fucking entertaining. I watched the first one, then I've started following this person and this account, and releases one every like week, and this is like a really, really cool like concept. So I just wanted to talk about that. It's pretty fucking cool. It's pretty fucking cool. It's pretty insane how like creative that is.
There's one guy I follow. He does like aquarium builds and like ecosystem builds. So he'll like build an aquarium from scratch.
It's called Tanked. They made a show
No,
about
this is a different one. This is just a guy.
Not to be confused with Shark Tank.
It's just a guy, and he doesn't build like fish tanks. He builds like ecosystems. So he'll make like the desert, but he'll also have water in there, and he'll do like, oh, it's the rainy season, and he'll get plants for that. So he'll just rain like for a little bit, and that's the rainy season, and then it'll stop, and then it'll be dry again, and then it'll stop. He keeps like the ecosystem going and adds certain things to make sure that.
How does he make it rain?
Yeah, he has like sprinklers or water hooked up to it.
You can make it humid in there. I mean,
I just thought he was
I've
gonna have a bunch of dollar bills.
Fuck.
seen that one where that guy puts like maggots and stuff and dirt and plants and
maggots in the dirt with plants.
And he'll spray some water in there and close off the ecosystem, and the ecosystem will continue to survive long after.
Long after the world burns in 2024. Right?
Yeah, it's called Cyberbyte. CYBERBYTE. That's who I follow. It's really cool, honestly. Yeah, but he does different ones. So I don't know if he's done any aquariums yet. But he'll do like desert ecosystem, like Gobi Desert, and he'll get like animals and insects and stuff like that. So it's like a circulating actual system,
actual ecosystem.
Yes,
that's pretty cool. There's another guy that just pours the molten stainless steel into anthills.
They've been doing that forever.
Yeah, but it's like a whole TikTok thing about it. He pours that molten steel or molten iron into the anthills, and then just like digs them up, and then it's like the entire like anthill, and like makes it into like a statue. It's pretty sweet.
Yeah, well,
they sell them for a lot.
They did.
Yeah,
they'll make a new one.
They're all probably dead.
Yeah.
Many ants died to create this masterpiece. Here's one's head. This is Jeremy.
I mean, they sell.
How's it going, Jeremy? It's okay. I feel a little light today. I think I lost half my body weight.
Yeah. I mean, they sell kids it's technically like art. So.
Yeah. There's another, I seen a TikTok.
Shit on a fucking canvas and call that art.
Good.
Yeah. I seen it.
They duct taped a banana to a wall and called it art.
And then some dude ripped it off a week later and ate it.
He did. Yeah, he did.
But there's another video on TikTok I seen. Somebody made a fish tank, and it was their gerbil enclosure, and then they double walled it and it was the inner tank was its gerbil enclosure, and then the outer walls were a fish tank. It's pretty fucking sweet. So you literally, it looks like the gerbil is underwater. It's pretty fucking cool.
I did see that. That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's like I was telling you about gerbils and hamsters, and all the people that threw their gerbils and hamsters away.
Yeah, tell that story.
I saw it on a podcast. So apparently,
what?
I had a
you murderer. So you fucking murderer.
So apparently,
you want to hear this story?
So apparently, gerbils and hamsters could they have big lifespans. Honestly, I think some can live up to 30 years technically like that. And they were telling a story about oh yeah, there's a thing going around where hamsters and gerbils actually go into a hibernation state. So when it's winter and it gets cold enough, they go into a hibernation state. So their breathing is
hamsters live up to 3 years.
Really?
According to Google.
Somebody said they can live longer than that. Maybe it's gerbils.
Oh, I had a hamster.
Mongolian gerbil has the highest. It's 2 to 5 years.
I had a hamster. We called it Reese. Well, one day it was just hanging up on its cage, and then it fell down. I thought the thing died.
Well,
it probably did if it fell down.
And then we put all the little chips they have for their poop and everything in there. Gave them some food. We ended up burying that son of a bitch.
Yeah, but apparently, there was people that had on this show that had hamsters and gerbils, and after a year or two, they just thought that they died, and they would have them, and they go into a hibernation state when it gets cold, just like everything else, hot-blooded sometimes, and they go to where their breathing is super shallow, where you can't see it, and they seem dead, but after a while, they just wake up. And these people started almost crying on the show because they're like, "Oh no, Skippy!" And it's they just wake up in a dumpster.
So the hamsters can hibernate when the temperature drops below 18 degrees Celsius for a minimum of 24 hours. This is a natural adaptogen to survive the winter in the wild, where food and warmth are scarce. However, domestic hamsters do not need to hibernate, and it can be harmful for them. Different types of hamsters have different tendencies to hibernate, with European hamsters being true hibernators and dwarf hamsters being less likely to hibernate.
Well, that motherfucker was outside.
This first one from WikiHow.com is my hamster hibernating or is he dead? When a hamster is hibernating, you usually can still see them breathing, but it is very shallow. Usually, if they are hibernating, they will limp, but if they are dead, it does not take long. To notice, basically.
Yeah, they'll go rigor mortis real quick. So yeah, there's a fun fact for you. Your hamster might not have died. Might have been chilling. Chilling like a villain. It's better than what the people did that you roomed with. They kept that snake in the cage without water, and it turned into a piece of beef jerky.
Well, that's the thing. So that's the thing that baffles me. I don't know why, every person has, a roommate, or you've lived with somebody, or you know somebody's roommate, that, once they get to college and they're a freshman, they're just let's get a fucking pet. It's hey, I got this dog, and I'm we can't have dogs here. I had a roommate that had a dog, and then I had another roommate at the same fucking time wanted a goddamn fucking snake. And I was why? I was why do you guys want to add a pet? I was A, we can't have dogs here. B, we can have snakes here, but you're making up the fucking difference. Or you just don't tell the landlord. And, every time the landlord would come over and the one that had the dog, it's not fucking easy to hide a dog. And then I was there's a dog here. And I'm he would lie and just be yeah, it's my girlfriend's dog. She just went to the store and I'm just watching her for an hour. She'll be coming back. And I'm you cannot have that fucking dog here, dude. We keep telling you can't have it here. And the other roommate bought a snake. This is the same year, same house. Bunch of idiots. spends like $300 for the snake and everything for it, puts it in his closet because they have to maintain a temperature that's like no less than 65 degrees or something like that. So he put it in his closet, put the terrarium in his closet, and it was wintertime, so to make sure it stayed warm, I let him borrow one of my space heaters over winter break, and we came back from winter break, and he's like, oh, he should be fine, because it was like 2 weeks that we were gone. He's like, oh, he should be fine. I fed him, and I like threw a frozen mouse in there too, so he can just eat it on his own time. It'll have plenty of water, and I was like, okay, whatever, and he left the heater on like, it's like an automatic setting once it gets to a certain temperature. Space heaters are not the most advanced technology on the planet. It's a fucking $15 space heater from Walmart. And for some reason, like either the thermostat fucked up in the space heater or something, and it, instead of automatically shutting off at a certain temperature, it kept going. We came back after that 2-week break, and it was fucking dry. He's like, your space heater killed my snake. I was like, no, motherfucker, you killed your snake. I was like, you killed your snake. You're the dumbass that wanted the space heater. I was like, well, that space heater didn't do shit. It was doing its goddamn job to keep the fucking space warm, bitch.
Yep.
And he was just like, your space heater killed my snake. I was like, no, you killed it. He's like, and then just like fucking threw it out in the trash. And I'm like, ain't my fucking fault. I don't care, man. I was like, you shouldn't have the goddamn snake anyway.
Yeah, I wouldn't trust the
Shit's
space
fucking
heater.
creepy.
Have you seen that video of them people ice fishing and they have that kerosene heater?
Mm-mm.
You haven't? They're in like a tent ice fishing, and one of the ladies is like, hey, check your lighter. And they're like, why? And I was like, I'm starting to feel lightheaded. And they had like a little kerosene heater there that has like an automatic shut off if it like it's leaking or like the air quality is bad or something like that. And it just kept on running. She's like, oh, she wants me to check my lighter. And they had a video and tried flicking the lighter. Wouldn't light. Because there's no oxygen in the tent now.
Yeah.
It wouldn't light. He's
It
like,
was all kerosene?
it was a kerosene heater.
Okay.
But whenever you burn that stuff off, if it's like leaking or the oxygen, when those heaters have sensors that if the oxygen in the environment isn't high enough, they'll shut off.
Okay.
And that it didn't shut off. So he tried lighting it and it wouldn't light. So finally they opened up both sides of the tent and let some air get in there and then held it up to the opening and it lit. So he's like, I'm starting to feel lightheaded. And if they didn't, they probably would have fucking passed out and died.
Check your light. Oh, yeah, because lighters...
It needs oxygen for the flame to survive.
Yeah. Oh, shit. That's crazy.
It's the same there with nitrogen.
Hey, man, check your shit. I think I'm dying. I think I'm suffocating.
Well, see, at work we used to have to test nitrogen back in the day before I got there.
Back in the dizzy.
And what they would do is they would take a nitrogen cylinder tank, like helium tank or whatever, and they would put this cap on it, and there was like an opening, and you had to like turn on the regulator, make sure it was right, and then only crank it up to like so many psi. And nitrogen takes oxygen out of the air.
Pissy.
So you would have to light a match, and then you'd have to stick it in this apparatus. And if the air blew out, then the nitrogen's good. Or if the flame went out, then the oxygen's good. If it didn't, or the nitrogen's good, but if it didn't, then it would be bad. But yeah, nitrogen tanks are dangerous. So if nitrogen tanks don't explode, thankfully, but it will be like the Terminator when he knocks the fucking shit off and it fucking zooms across the room. It will probably do that, but nitrogen takes oxygen out of the air.
Body poopa.
So you'll just suffocate and die. No biggie.
No big deal.
Yeah.
Nitrogen.
Science!
Science rules.
Science experiment.
It is kind of dangerous.
Cooking with meth. Meth is a science experiment in its own.
Chemistry.
It's chemistry, mathematics. Think about it. Some of the smartest people on the face of the planet are drug makers.
What they do is put it in a Sprite bottle and shake it.
No. That's called crystal meth. It's different.
Different crystals.
Those things can explode.
Yeah, they can explode. That's why you hold them up here.
So it just takes your arm off.
Yeah, just a couple fingers, not your chest.
Or like back in the day when you figured out that you can do Mentos and Coke, but you twist that bitch fucking tight and you throw it and it fucking boom!
It wasn't Mentos and Coke, it was fucking aluminum foil and that toilet bowl cleaner.
That's what it was. Just aluminum foil.
The works.
Yeah, the works.
You'd shake it till it get hot and then throw it.
Yeah, so
Boom!
you take aluminum foil and roll into balls, and there's a toilet bowl cleaner or an all-purpose cleaner called the Works, and the chemical compound, the aluminum mixed with the cleaner, would create a chemical gaseous reaction, which is not healthy. And you'd shake and it'd start to fizz up, and you can feel it get hot, and you fucking chuck it and wait like 30 seconds, and it's like a bomb.
Do not try this at home.
Yeah, we did it one time, and then we're like, we should probably not do this again because this is a neighborhood. And I was like, this is a neighborhood in a field, and there's a house there's like 20 houses right here.
Yeah.
Oh, it makes that.
It's an explosion. It is a chemical bomb. It
It
is a chemical bomb.
Yeah.
Bomb.
I would like to try this, so.
You're too old to try it, buddy.
Never too old to try it.
You're never too old to try anything.
Stick to water dynamite in like toilets and stuff.
What's that?
Water dynamite? It's a firework. They can still blow up underwater. Water dynamite? You've never used water dynamite?
The little tiny ones.
Fireworks, 4th of July?
Yeah.
They're tiny?
Firecrackers, little tiny firecrackers.
They have thick
They're
wicks.
just firecrackers?
Yeah.
But they have thick wicks so they can burn underwater and you can blow them up underwater.
Yeah.
They're also like an eighth of a stick of dynamite.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it blows your whole fucking toilet.
Our mom, so that happened. Our mom had a friend, and she had 2 daughters, and one of her daughter's boyfriends was around the 4th of July. One of her daughter's boyfriends came over, and they was experimenting with water. They brought water dynamite over, threw it in their mom's toilet, and the toilet fucking just poof.
I'm sure it
It was
did.
fucking, and there was water everywhere. And they're like, oh, she had to get a new fucking. She's like, your mom's paying for this fucking.
We
toilet.
put it in one of Mom's bowls, and it fucking cracked that bowl in half.
Yeah, dude. It was just a Tupperware container, though. It wasn't a toilet.
I mean, that one thing the neighbor taught us, though, he took, what did he take? He took a tin can for like soup or whatever, and then put a little water in the bottom, and took a smaller can that would fit in there tight. And not tight, but had enough room where it create pressure. And
Just
then
slide
you
it,
drill
yeah.
a hole in there, and then put a piece of firecracker in the top and light it where it's still sticking out. And that pressure would shoot that can like 60 feet up in the fucking air. It was the coolest thing ever.
It was cool.
Yep, it was
I
neat.
didn't know you
I showed him that one video. That guy
Science!
that guy lights a whistling Dixie or whatever it is.
Oh, yeah, Dixie Whistler.
Just Dixie Whistler in the
little
thing.
tiny fireworks.
Yeah, he lights it and it goes pew and just hits some guy right on top of that.
That's
That
hilarious.
shit was fucking funny.
Dude.
That guy's just like, he's just
Or
like, and it goes woo.
They're, like, the brand is called Dixie Whistlers, but people call them bottle rockets.
Yeah.
Because you can just stick them in a plastic bottle. With
But
like,
the tiny
yeah, the
little
tiny
rockets.
ones you could stick in just like a plastic bottle. When we were kids, we would practice to see who could hold the longest and see if it would blow up. If they blew up, it would just like, you would get like some sparks that would hit your arm and it would probably like burn a little bit. But they're small enough that we would just hold them and go.
Never played with those in my life.
Fireworks?
Back up, Reggie. What was that?
Mom only let me have the poppets.
What was that guy
I
in
used to
that?
chuck those at
What was
people.
that guy in that motorized car?
That's illegal, sir.
Is it?
I bet you used to point lasers at people's eyes, too.
What was
If I
that?
point at your own eyes, can I
You
see?
guys remember that crippled guy like 7 years ago? That was it was like his name was Reggie or Backup Charlie or whatever the fuck his name
Back
was.
You
up,
talking about
Charlie.
in the fucking wheelchair?
In the wheelchair, motorized cart. His cart wouldn't work. He wanted to go up there and light a firework, and he just had to back up real quick. So he lit that
Oh,
fire.
yeah, back up, Charlie, back up!
And he lit that firework, and he's back up, Charlie, back up. And I was like, right in his face.
Yeah, he's like, it won't work!
That's just, his name was like Backup Charlie or Backup Reggie or Backup something. Back
Our,
up, Reggie.
So our grandparents' old house where Ryan lives, our dad was a kid, and this is when M80s were still legal. It was a fucking quarter stick of dynamite. So it was when M80s were still legal, and our dad lit one off on the back porch. That hole, it took a chunk out of the concrete back porch, and it's still there. And the house that Ryan lives in, there's just like a chunk missing, and Dad's like, I lit an M80 when I was a kid there when they were still legal. It was a quarter stick of dynamite that blew a chunk out of the porch. They're fucking dangerous, dude.
Very dangerous.
And there's, we probably talked about this before, there's a little convenience store that you can go to in our, like, outside of our small town in the middle of fucking nowhere, and they actually sell illegal fireworks.
Yeah,
And I'm not going to say where it's at, but they sell illegal fireworks. So like it's like under the table.
He drives to Kentucky every year.
Yeah, it's like they're all the wrappers are just white cardboard.
Yeah.
There's no writing on them. But like the craziest shit is like you can go and buy them. It's under the table. Like you like go in the back and you pick what you want. And you pay cash. And one time one of our friends had picked up these like they're like firecrackers, but they were shaped like a like a Dorito sized firecracker with a wick pointing out of one corner. It's like it's like the equivalent of an M80. We put it on an old dead log. It blew a fucking chunk out of that log. And it sounds like a gunshot. It's fucking insane. So they're literally the size of a burrito.
Together.
Yeah, let's duct tape 4 of them together.
And then light one on fire. And just
Well, I know. Let's tape one to a frog and see what happens.
No more frog.
No more frog. Just kidding. We're not going to do that.
You ever stick firecracker bullfrog's ass?
Being an adult, I would get sketched out going to that convenience store and buying illegal fireworks. I stopped in there one time. This is back when I still chewed tobacco when I was like in college.
Did you put itch in your head with the sleeve?
Yeah, sorry. But I stopped in there one time. Because I still dipped and in college, and I stopped in there one time, and I walked in. I was like, "Do you guys have like Copenhagen long cut wintergreen?" She goes, "Where's it at? Do you see it?" She took a step back and stepped to the side. She goes, "Which one?" I was like, "That one." And she goes, "Which one?" I was like, "Third row, second to the right." And she goes, "This one?" I was like, "Yeah." And she's like, $8.99. I was like, holy shit. Okay, whatever.
$8.99.
They have no concept of price. They have no concept.
I think she
of price.
was lying.
If they don't fucking know you, they don't give a shit. It's been family owned it's the same family that's owning it. They don't give a fuck, dude. If you're not from there, they don't see you regularly. They're not nice people to you. What?
I think I know which one this is.
Oh, yeah, it's out by my house.
No, it's not.
Is it not?
No.
I don't know which one you're talking about.
No.
By a dam, ain't it?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
They were not nice to me when I.
No, if they don't know you and you're not from there, and they're like the phrase "if they don't know you, you're not from there." This town population is like 60 people.
Yeah.
Seriously, it's like 60 people. It's like 20 minutes outside of our hometown. There's nothing there besides that convenience store. There's no gas. They don't have a gas station. It's just that convenience store. There's no gas station. You have to drive back 20 minutes into town to even get gas. There's nothing there. And the population is like 60 people. It's on a river, and they have a dam there. That is literally all the town's known for. And a covered bridge. That's it, because Indiana's like the land of covered bridges.
Yeah,
which you can't even go on anymore. They condemned it, then redid it, and now it's a monument.
I went there one time to meet somebody. I was just sitting there in their driveway.
You mean meet somebody to fuck?
Yeah.
Your first mistake is meeting somebody that is from there.
Yeah. No,
I met me a That's the weirdest meeting place.
They're from Pandanaram.
That's your first mistake.
Hooked up with a river rat.
Multiple times.
They don't live on a river. They live in the middle of nowhere. In a town where they make their own fucking rules. Yeah. It's the wild fucking West. They built buildings so they could live there.
Westworld.
Everybody. They literally built buildings so the whole town can live in one building. It's fucking weird.
It's not one building.
That's not one building. They all have houses.
They all have
They have
houses.
a barn, though.
You know the big ass building in the middle of town? You ever been there?
That's a barn.
No, it's fucking not.
It's
an apartment building.
No, it's not.
The big ass one.
The big one with a basketball court in front.
It's got a big. It's like an A-frame with big giant windows.
Yeah, they have.
That's not a house. That's an apartment building.
They have.
It's a multi-floored apartment building.
Oh, they have like events there. Because I've been to a Halloween party there.
I mean, I think it burned down.
Yeah, and you know who goes there? Only the people that live there.
I think it burned down a couple years ago, though.
Whatever.
You ever
I was invited.
What's that fucking movie? What's that fucking movie where they all live in that little town in
The Village.
Well,
The Village. It's like The Village. They all live in a little town where they don't go anywhere, but there's a whole world. There's cars that exist. And they just like, and the blind girl runs away because there's a monster, and what's this?
Speaking of that,
never seen her.
Who let the blind bitch go into town?
I've been there plenty.
Everybody's like,
the only one.
Everybody's like, we're not going. It was like, oh, well, we'll let the blind bitch go into town.
The whole concept.
She'll find her way.
The whole concept of that movie is so great because the ending is she discovers. If you've never seen The Village, what the fuck's wrong with you? Watch it. Because it's a great fucking movie, but also like the concept of it is fantastic because the monsters are so like unreal, and it turns out it's the stupid brother that's the monster, and he dies.
He's not the monster. They did it to keep people in the town.
Yeah, but he plays one because he died.
He finds the outfit.
Yeah, and like they played him, and then they keep people in the town, and they're in the middle of like fucking a state park in upstate New York.
Yeah,
they just live in the middle of a state park, and it's like, let's send the blind girl out. She can't see anything, and then she comes to a road. She's like, "What's that sound? Is that a river?" And like walks into this road. It's like, "Where are you from?" She goes, "I came from the woods." I'm like, "Huh? You're not supposed to be in there. He's a park ranger.
How'd you get there?
He's driving a fucking Ford Expedition." It's like, it ain't the 50s, it's like the 2000s.
That's where blind people come from. The woods.
I want a blind daughter. All right. Well, if you go to upstate New York to the state park, like you can find one. Let's go down south to Spring Mill, and they're in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was sitting there one day. I was spending a night at that girl's house, and
In the town?
yes, I've stayed there plenty of times.
They have a country store. You know who owns it? Somebody that lives there.
But I was sitting there. They have a police officer, their own police officer.
Yeah. It's called
Boss Hog.
fucking Mayberry, dude.
It was her uncle. But I was pulling out of their driveway, and
You know who
he followed me all the way out. But
Yes.
then he went to the lake that's there and pulled over to the side, and he goes, he honked at me and waved me to come back. I said, I ain't fucking come back. I just kept on driving. I'm like, no way.
They have a barn out there where they have barn parties. They all have weird names. They're named like Eagle and Viking. I was talking to somebody, one of my friends, when I was growing up. They went to a party there. They're like, yeah, there's this guy he always rides this 4-wheeler where he's like our age. His name's Viking. I was like, they're like, you want to go out to one of these barn parties? They get wild. I was like, fuck no.
They definitely do. And like this, her dad bought me this fucking bottle, and he goes, I want you to stay here tonight. And I said, I am not staying here tonight. He goes, but I bought you this bottle of whiskey for you to just hang out with us.
And how old are you?
I was like 16. I left.
Did you get laid?
By her daughter.
By her dad.
By her dad?
She gonna fuck you, then I'm gonna fuck you.
That was probably one of the weirdest experiences.
You know who voted? You know who voted the one sheriff police officer in the town? The town! 40 people! 40 people, and here's what they do. It's like the Amish. To spread the population and quit fucking disforming children. Quit having disforming fucked up children as they drag a fucking commoner like you in.
That's probably what they were trying to do.
But here's the thing, though. They're all fucking loaded because they own one of the biggest logging companies in the entire, this end of the state. They're literally all families of loggers that started their own town in the middle of the fucking woods that they own all of it. They own all of it.
It's pretty down there.
It's beautiful out there. It's in the middle of nowhere. It's beautiful out there, but they own all that land because it was these original families that were all a bunch of loggers, started a logging business, and they make a shit ton of money. And then they built this fucking town that literally everybody that lives there was just fucking born there, died there, lives there, worked for the logging company. It's basically Walmart.
Yeah, they don't even go to the hospital and have kids. They have them home births.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The dad's helping give the daughter birth. He's like, I made that, then I made that one.
And the weirdest thing was,
it's great to see 2 kids born at once.
The weirdest experience of having sex was down there, because we were just sitting there, we were having sex in her room, and then
They call it the altar.
no, her brother and all them came in there with a video camera.
That's nice.
And you didn't stop.
I stopped. I jumped off and fucking went and jumped onto the floor. I was freaked out.
They came in there with a video camera.
Yes.
Children in the corn.
I ended up sleeping there that night, but
I met a kid from there one time. They're like, oh yeah, he's from Pandanaram, and I met a kid from there one time. Craziest fucking tiny dude I've ever met in my fucking life. Like, the craziest. Always wanted to get fucked up, like, fucked up.
yeah.
And I actually know a guy who is, I know a guy now who's married to a girl from there. He's like, oh man, it ain't that bad. I was like, you're in it. You're in it now. But he's like, yeah, man, they're going to give me a job at their logging company. I'll be a sales rep. I was like, they fucking got you. I was like, Colt.
That's the second cult I almost joined.
Allegedly.
You would not have joined that at 16. And you know what would have been weird? You would have dated that girl and then fell in love, quote unquote, and you guys would have got married at like 16.
Let's say allegedly.
Yeah. Illegally. And you know who would have done the ceremony? Her dad or her grandpa.
Yeah.
Grandpa's dead.
He's
the guy that started it.
Huh?
Her grandpa was the guy that started it.
One of the original guys that
he started it to town.
Let's say allegedly. Allegedly a cult.
Allegedly. Yeah. You can look it up online.
Oh, yeah. They've had...
And it'll have stories about the starting. It came from Indianapolis, and he just walked down there because God told him to and everything.
Oh, yeah. They also have a giant church.
Well, yeah.
They're religious loggers that also fuck at each other. It's the Amish.
Allegedly.
It's the Amish, but with cars. It's
you
like
need to start throwing allegedlys in there,
I'm
Cody.
hoping
Jesus
someone
Christ.
does not live there that listens to this podcast.
No, dude, they don't even know what a car is.
Yeah, they
They
Yeah,
do.
If they do, what are they gonna do?
Nothing.
They're gonna bring the clan up out of the woods?
Allegedly.
No, allegedly. They're gonna allegedly bring the clan up out of the woods.
Yeah, they're all gonna wear fucking white hoods.
Yeah, they're all gonna
Allegedly.
They're all gonna drive out. They're all gonna drive out of the woods. No, they never leave.
Yeah, they do. They go to school.
No, they don't.
Yeah, there was one that went to high school with us.
Yeah.
Huh?
There was one that went to B&L.
I know there's a girl that
Was
works.
she weird?
I know there's a girl I work with
Oh.
that is from there.
Huh?
There's a girl I do work with
That's
that
from
is
there but doesn't still live there?
I don't think she lives there no more.
Because everybody that lives there works in the logging industry after they graduate high school. They don't go to college. Either that or they do drugs.
Allegedly.
No, not allegedly. Everyone I met was fucking hardcore drugs.
Every party I go to, someone's at least doing some type of pills or...
When you went there?
Yeah.
How many parties did you go? In the barn?
No, sometimes there were house parties.
Okay.
But it was this big old house. And
it's like an 18-year-old kid. He's like, yeah, this is my house. It was my present.
I live here now.
After I graduated high school.
I'm sure they do.
I live
that.
here now.
They do. They use their own fucking wood. Everything's made out of wood.
Yeah, their houses are beautiful.
Yeah, because they're fucking rich, dude. Their houses are beautiful, but it's a cult.
Do they pay taxes?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you have to. Fucking Uncle Sam don't give a shit if you live in the woods.
The Amish.
I guarantee.
I'm sure some of them
But
get
here's
paid
the
underneath
thing:
the
they
table.
buy everything in fucking cash. I guarantee it. Ain't no credit cards out there, man.
You can't make it there. The mail stops at the road.
They fucking do. If they know somebody, if you're not from there and they don't know you, they've shot at people before.
Yeah,
Well,
that's why I got followed out.
That's why you got followed out. But if you didn't know her, they would never let you
See, I
in.
drove by there one day. And it bunches up to the military base.
Oh yeah, it does.
So
It depends on what side you go in.
yeah,
That's where they get their guns from. It's way the fuck out there.
Yeah,
You've been there before?
I drove past there.
Past there or through there?
Past there.
I drove through it.
Yeah, you're not.
On purpose?
I drove through it late at night. And they're like, no, man, let's keep on going. I was like, no, we're turning around right here in the middle of fucking, like, it's literally like you pull into the center of town and it's just like a giant circle and there's businesses all around you and like that giant apartment complex house. And they're like, oh, no, man, just keep on going. I was like, no, we're turning around right fucking now and getting the fuck out of here.
Yeah,
I was
you'll
like,
find
I'm not-
someone
I was like-
waiting at the end for you.
I was like,
I'm sure
no, nobody was waiting.
they probably would. Be like,
Yeah,
"What?"
if I would have kept on going, probably. Yeah. It's fucking weird, dude. It's so strange. It's almost like, oh, what would you call it? Like, literally like a village or like a town. It's like Old West shit. It's fucking weird. It's like, you're not supposed to be here. And like, what are you talking about? Just driving through. But there is no reason for you to go down that road.
Martinsville in the 80s.
It's just it's gravel road and everything.
Yeah, there is no reason for you to literally go down that road except to go there. There is nothing on the other side of it.
Shoals.
You can't drive to Shoals from there. You can, but you have to drive through that. It's a gravel road for miles. It takes you 15 minutes just to get off there from the main road.
Yeah.
It's in the middle of fucking nowhere.
Huh.
It's creepy, dude.
GPS doesn't really help you out.
And it's
either.
super weird because, like, I heard stories of, like, yeah, man, we went to this party and then we all walked over to the lake because it's, like, right down the road from this weird party barn.
Mm-hmm.
It's just this barn they built to fucking throw ragers in. They're kids and they're, like, underage drinking. It was like, yeah, the parents built this so all the kids can, like, have fucking ragers in this town. And then they were like, yeah, we all walked down to the go and, like, everybody started taking their clothes off and started skinny dipping in the lake. It's fucking weird, dude.
He's not lying.
I'm like, did you guys do it? They're like, no, it's fucking weird. I'm like, I'm not taking my clothes off. It's like, I'm just trying to fucking go home after this. Yeah, fucking creepy, dude.
Oh, well.
I don't know, man. Oh, well.
Oh, well.
Oh, what life could have been.
What life would have been? Shaboop da boop. Up in paradise from above.
Like, you can still go with that lady you work with?
No, she's married.
No, is she?
When I'm in the town where everybody says they love you, but they're all related, allegedly. I heard they allegedly sacrificed the firstborn son. Before the 3 plagues come.
They all got the same last name down there.
Yeah.
Almost. Oh.
They almost all have the same last name. They all have weird fucking names. Like Viking and Gladiator and fucking Eagle Man and shit like that. It's fucking weird. What was the girl's name that you
I
were...
don't know.
You don't know her
I
name?
do.
Okay, give me just like the
Starts
first name.
with Julina.
Huh?
Julina.
Julina. Like...
J-E-W something.
J-E-W?
Yeah.
Julina.
Julina.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, her for a long time. I think she's married now.
Oh yeah, she got married like immediately after you guys broke up.
We weren't really dating.
Oh, trust me.
Hooking up.
Trust me, in the cult world, you guys were going steady about to get engaged.
I remember one time.
Your wedding was projected 3 months
I
later.
remember we went
It was
to,
written in the Bible stars.
we went to Walmart one day.
Oh, I bet that was a big
Her-
adventure.
No.
I bet that was a big adventure for her. Wow.
So she had like
Walmart.
this little tube top.
Okay.
Just
I think you
that.
told me this.
And she just fucking took her tube top and just started walking around and fucking tits flopping everywhere.
Just in the
In
middle of it.
Walmart?
On the parking lot.
She didn't get arrested?
No. We were very young.
Jesus, dude.
Yeah.
You didn't think that was weird?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, no, not really. I was a horny little teenage boy. What do you expect?
Yeah, get him out! At least you didn't do it inside. So you were leaving?
Yeah.
That's
Leaving
good.
and then we did it at the dam. Did it at the covered bridge. A lot of places.
The same night.
No.
Here's the thing about it. Yeah, dude, it was written in the Bible stars that you guys' like wedding was projected like 3 months after
Thou
that.
shalt release thy tits in Walmart.
We never would have known you, dude. You would have still had the Amish beard. You've been out there logging all day and night, boy.
Probably.
Probably, yeah. Probably would, dude.
I'd have
Yeah.
a nice home, though.
Wow, good for you. Wow, a nice home, good for you. You're in a cult, motherfucker.
I have a nice home.
Pay the seaman toll, or thou shalt be smited.
Thou shalt come with my daughter.
Thou shalt come with my daughter, and I shall videotape it.
What happens if they bring an outsider in there and they fucking can't produce
They murder you.
Child.
Thine shall be sacrificed to thy tree gods. Guarantee you, they burn you at the fucking stake, dude. They got a tree out there in the middle of what's called a burning tree. It's been each one of the oldest trees in thine forest. I found it when I was a boy. We burned thy first witch here.
It's constantly on fire.
Oh, where's Alec at? I think he went on vacation somewhere.
They don't take vacations. No days off when you log. He went to Lip Dick Hell.
Went to the burning tree.
He went to Burning Man in California, never came back.
Guaranteed, dude. They do a ritual with fucking goat's blood and everything.
Oh shit!
I swear to God. I swear, dude. They fucking burn you at the stake.
Yeah. Well, you want to do
Thou can I produce a son. Thou shalt be egged and burned. Thou shalt be hung by the neck until dead. With thine rope from Grandpa's General Store. On sale, $8.99 a foot. Wouldn't it be weird though if the General Store were like everything was free? I bet it is.
I think they all put like pay into like a little thing like supplies.
401k?
A Secret Santa.
Like they all pitch in for like food and stuff. They all eat together. I'm pretty
They all
sure.
pay the god tax. Jesus. No, God.
Fireball whiskey.
What the fuck?
Fireball whiskey.
You say Fireball?
Yeah, he did. He went, Fireball whiskey.
They probably it's probably like.
That was what he bought me though, was Fireball whiskey.
Trying to get you with the kid liquor.
No, he was trying to get you to see if you were going to accept the demon liquor. That's a demon.
Yeah.
He's trying to see if you're
I
going to accept
left
the
and
demon
then
liquor.
she chased me out of there. She's never fucking come back, you piece of shit, blah, blah, blah. Throwing
Really?
shit at my truck and everything.
Because you didn't want to get drunk and stay the night?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
And you're like, no, I'm just going to go
I'm
home.
just going to go home.
So we offer you that. You're like, no, I'm just going to go. How long did you stay after that?
For like 30 minutes.
And you're like, all right, well, I'm just going to head home. I'll talk to you later. And then she came out yelling at you.
Yeah, her and her sister, I think.
Never fucking come back to be sick because you didn't want to get drunk with them? Jesus Christ. You were 16?
Yeah,
Jesus
16, 17,
Christ.
somewhere around there.
Yeah, dude. You didn't want to fucking take the sacrament. And they're like, fuck you, get out. That's exactly what it is.
They chased me out. Like,
Really?
Yeah.
With their cars?
She did.
What the fuck? What the fuck has happened to you? Jesus Christ.
I lived a life.
I can tell.
Happy 2024. Don't join a cult this year. Keys to take from the first day of 2024. Don't join a cult and pray for Japan's safety. That's about it.
They're already evacuating.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know why? Because the ocean's coming back for its fucking land. That's exactly what it is.
Well,
the ocean's coming back for its fucking
big
land.
old tsunami earthquake thing that moved the whole island of Japan and like moved it like a couple feet towards.
Yeah, because we just live on a fucking rock.
Yeah. Eventually, all of us will be back to Pangea. Long after we're all dead.
Good, I can walk to Europe.
Be cool, wouldn't it?
That'd be real cool, man. Be real cool if
Yeah.
It'd be real cool if the continents shifted.
Yeah, merge back together. Just imagine the big old explosion when that fucking happened.
Explosion of what?
When the lands mass hits each other.
They're gonna call it the big boom.
And then it just, the water and all the tsunamis and all that. I bet it'd be fucking wicked.
You are just like Antichrist like today.
That's why I got kicked out of the fucking village.
God. What life is this? Get kicked out 2 colts in fucking one lifetime.
That's fucked.
You know what? Because
You know what? That puts it in perspective.
you got kicked out of
You might be the most interesting friend I have.
You got kicked out of Amway because you were fucking, and you got kicked out of the other one because you weren't fucking. Make up your goddamn mind.
Either fornicate or not fornicate. God, you might be the most interesting person I fucking know. Holy shit. Goddamn. Hey, you're colorblind.
Yeah. There's a lot going on there.
The whole Dickie Kai out there cutting down logs all day. God, this is fucking crazy. This is wacky, dude.
It's nuts.
And you got a sense of humor to boot.
Fucking ADHD brain and everything else.
Yeah. Who knows what? You probably would have been a good logger. You probably would have been a hell of a lumberjack.
Why?
Because you have everything in a fucking row. Everything's the same goddamn size. Every tree's the same length.
Just chopping down trees with your fat forehead.
like when giraffes fight. Oh.
Yeah. Just give me a helmet real quick.
Headbutting it like a ram.
I'll have this whole field done in an hour.
He would have been able to bench 225 about a year later. Cutting down trees. Holy shit.
You've been Arnold Schwarzenegger.
How'd you guys
Commando.
meet? How'd you guys meet? You and that girl? Online? From school?
Yeah. She was a couple years younger than I am.
So she was 14?
I don't know. Probably 14, 15.
Well, he was under 18, so it's okay.
Yeah,
but
see, I'm not pedo.
Oh, dude. God. It doesn't matter, dude. You guys would have, oh my God, dude. You would have been a completely new person. We would never know you.
No, I've been too busy to
Get the fuck.
logs.
She was driving at 14?
I don't know what age I was.
Get the fuck out of here.
Take her to school.
She drove a Jeep. Oh, gray Jeep.
What?
Wrangler.
She must have been like 15 then at least.
How'd she drive at 15 to school?
15 and a half.
No, it's 16 and a half.
Oh.
I don't know if she was driving to school. Let me look this up. We'll find her on Facebook.
Well, I mean, we don't believe in licenses here.
Yeah.
We'll see if it has her age, and then I'll...
You don't need a license to drive on gravel. That's fucking wacky, dude. It's so crazy. Pay the god tax, or thou shalt be smited and burned on thine burning tree. That's so crazy. She looks fucking crazy.
Let me see.
She looks crazy.
Yeah.
Bullshit. She
Maybe a
looks
little
fucking crazy, dude. Oh my God. That's alright. She probably doesn't know what a podcast is anyway. And even if she does, what are they gonna do? They're gonna find us? Alright, we're leaving the woods, folks, to go find the number 12 rated podcast out of 100 for most embarrassing stories.
Yep.
Just down here in the barn. Hanging out.
It is.
About to throw a rager. Just hanging down here in the barn.
So how old is she?
It just says her March 8th, and there's the barn right there.
That's the whole goddamn clan, too. That's everybody in the whole fucking town. Right there. That is everybody in the whole goddamn town. Right there. That is everybody that lives in that fucking town that they created, that they invented. They invented a town in the middle of the woods next to everything that they own. They own everything around it. They own the business that produces the logs. They own fucking everything. That's the whole goddamn town. This is the plot to the fucking village. I need to look up what the plot to the fucking village is. This is goddamn fucking... They even named the town. This is literally like Joseph Smith, but not Mormon. This is Joseph Smith, but not Mormon. He walked from Indianapolis to the middle of the woods because God told him, thou shalt create a fucking town where everybody fornicates with each other, allegedly.
They imported one. There's one Asian in there.
You gotta snag one from IU. You gotta have an education.
Yeah.
They do take people with college educations for that specific thing. That the guy I knew him from college, and he met this girl. They started dating, and they got engaged. They got engaged and married within like a year. And he was telling me about this job that he had working for her dad's logging company, and that he met her there. And then he was like, "Yeah, they're going to pay me $200,000 a year. They're going to build us a house after we get married and all this other stuff." And I'm like, "Yeah, you're never going to see civilization ever again." And I didn't tell him that, but I'm like, you're never going to see civilization ever again. I'm like, they're literally going to pay you. But he went to college. He had a college education. They met. It's all part of the fucking plan. It's like the movie Get Out.
Mm-hmm.
It's like the movie Get Out. They date black people to stay urban. This is literally it. It's a fucking plot.
They didn't do it to stay urban. They did it because black people have the best genetics.
Exactly. It's exactly fucking like that. It's the way the Amish do it. They ship fucking people from Pennsylvania to fucking the West Coast or farther down the East Coast to Florida or Georgia or like the Carolinas because like they ship people from Indiana to Pennsylvania and back because the population is so saturated with fucking each other that they have genetic issues and they don't have doctors. So they fucking ship people, they ship women from one Amish clan to another. And these are like Orthodox Amish, so like fucking bear nothing. So because they keep fucking each other. It's Hills Have Eyes, but in the woods.
Yeah.
I remember talking to someone at work. She
Nuclear blast.
She doesn't work there anymore, but you know her niece or aunt or whatever.
Okay, whatever.
Yeah. She was like, I've seen you before. I said, oh yeah? Where have you seen
Was I
me?
vertical or horizontal?
Where was
Was I on a home video?
She goes, have you ever been down to that Pandanarama? I said, oh yeah, I have. But I was just scrolling through those pictures. I found a picture and I'm like, I'm pretty sure I was at that party.
That's me, that big head.
And this girl
in
knew
2018,
you?
yeah.
This girl knew you
She
from there?
remembered me from 2018.
And she's from there?
Yeah.
Yeah, they never forget a face of an outsider.
Yeah. That was 6 years ago. I was like...
When was this? Like recently?
Yeah, this was a couple months ago. She was like, do I know you? I was like...
And you never met her before?
I know who
He
she
wouldn't
was. I knew who she is, but I didn't know she knew me from there.
The first word she says to you is, do I know you
Yeah,
from somewhere?
do I know you from somewhere?
Yeah, now she's going to bring a fucking butcher knife and cut your head off. And then take it and burn
I
it
said,
on
yeah,
the big
but
black.
I was scrolling through
And then take it back to the burning tree.
because I remember that outfit she was wearing, and I remember all that. And I'm like, I'm pretty sure that was there. It was a Christmas party, but some of them girls were dressed really skanky for being like 17, 18 years old. They were dressed like...
With their family.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because I'm trying to get a husband.
Yeah, like this one
It's
girl,
a
this one
fucking
girl was
trap.
dressed up as like a Playboy
Have
bunny.
you seen the movie Hostel?
No.
You've seen the movie
Yeah, I've
Hostel.
seen Hostel.
In the movie Hostel, it's literally two American guys that are in Amsterdam. And they're fucking smoking weed and drinking and having a good time on a backpacking trip. They meet these two fucking women. And the women are beautiful and gorgeous and have nice makeup and nice hair. And they're hot and attractive. Take them out for dinner. They sleep with both of them. They wake back up in their hostel. And the girls are gone. And like, thanks for a good night. Leave them a note. Thanks for a good night. Whatever. The men get fucking kidnapped. The men get kidnapped. Get taken to this torture fucking chamber. They wound up getting out. One of them dies. One of them gets out. He goes back to the town. And the town's all part of this plot to kidnap outsiders and put them in this hostel where like rich people torture these people for money because they want to have like an experience, you know? And so these rich people torture these people, and then his friend dies, and he runs back to the town. He walks into this bar, and the women are there, no makeup, don't look good. It's just an act, and they see them, and everybody just like stops because they know that they got fucking taken to get murdered by rich people.
That's not what happened.
Yes, it fucking is.
No, the guy sees him in the street, and there's a guy and two girls sees him in the street and hits him with a car. That's what happens. That's the first Hostel.
Either way, it's literally a plot to bring people in. They invite people that are not from there to bring them in. The women dress sexy, quote unquote. That's a variation of the word. Dress attractive for these outsiders that they invite to fornicate and bring them back into the community because it saturates the fucking bloodline so they don't wind up with fuckity looking kids. And then That's how they grow the population of the town. And then that's how they grow their business. And then that's how they make more money. It's a fucking cult! You dedicate everything to this fucking specific thing. You date only people in this specific thing.
Allegedly.
You marry people. No, that's the definition of a fucking cult. Dedicating everything to a common goal where you don't benefit anything. Yeah, you might get $200,000, but other than buying groceries and gas and having a nice car and shit, they build your house for you. You make $200,000. Where do you think that fucking money goes if you never leave the fucking town? Back into the motherfucking town! You pay the god tax!
Hillbilly Amway.
You pay the god tax, and you pay to keep the ever-burning tree lit! That's where it goes! It's a fucking cult! It's a cult!
How do we get this far deep into this conversation?
That's how it works! It's a cult!
Gotta pay the god tax.
Pay the god tax or thou shalt be burned! At the ever-burning tree!
Thou shalt be chicken wing.
Yeah! That's how it happens!
Chicken wing.
That's how it fucking happens! It's a goddamn plot!
Yeah.
And I've met people that went there and they're like, oh, this is fucking sketch. I'm leaving. And they're like, no, I've been to a couple parties out there, like hooked up with some girls, but not
Stayed there.
Yeah, no, they didn't stay there. They woke up the next day and they're like, we're getting the fuck out of here because we got to go to school because it's like a Saturday night party. Like, we got to go to school on fucking Monday. We're leaving. And then he's leaving. They're like, nah, man, we're not going back. They're like, why? They're like, oh, that was a fun night, but it was weird.
This definitely has
It's
a different
adults
vibe to
because
it.
the parents would party too.
Yeah, with you.
Yeah, so you got all these kids that are 15 to 18, and see, that's the thing. No kid is over the age of 18 at those parties. Because they're fucking married.
Yeah, a bunch of them.
They're fucking married. No kid over the age of 18 is at those parties because they're fucking married. They're working at the logging company. They're doing jobs to support the fucking community. Oh, they're all 15 to fucking 18. They bring in people from the outside, whether they meet you. That's what that fucking kid was doing in our friend group. They're like, yeah, he's from Bandana, he was a wacky, crazy fucking kid. He was nice and everything, but he was fucking crazy. And I was like, nah, dude, I ain't about getting fucked up like you get fucked up. And they're like, yeah, man, we're going back to it. I was like, I ain't fucking going there. Because we were in college and we were 18. And I was like, I ain't fucking going there. I've been told stories about this fucking place since I was a kid. I'm not fucking stupid.
I remember my dad getting pissed off when he figured out where I was going.
Of course he would.
Yeah, because he fucking knows!
And they hate the gays.
He wasn't gay at the time.
It was, well, I'm sure he's been
I'm
always
sure
gay.
he's been gay for a while. He wasn't outwardly gay at the time.
No, he wasn't, yeah. But he was so mad when he figured out where I was going on the weekend.
Yeah, because he probably could have never seen you again. That's the thing. You don't see your fucking family after that. Because I know the guy that I know that's in that shit now, I talked to his fucking sister. I knew his sister. I used to work with his sister. They don't see each other anymore. They talk. They're phones. They got fucking phones. They're not fucking Stone Age. They got phones and shit. They don't talk anymore. They don't see him. He doesn't come to family functions. He doesn't come to holidays. He fucking works. They talk. They fucking, whatever. Just normal shit. But that's it. Fucking boom. Gone. Huh. Gone. Cult!
Gone forever.
Pay the god tax, motherfucker! With your life. Or thou shalt be burned on thy ever-burning fucking tree.
Sure will. Alright.
Let's end this fucking episode. I'm getting freaked out.
Sound like you're getting angry.
No, it's a realization in my fucking brain. That's how it fucking happens. Amway, fucking this shit, fucking everything. Everything.
I was bred from the start.
I'm also fucking huge in the true
That's
crimes.
the thing. That's weird because it was I'm surprised you didn't get more developed into it because you were already kind of used to it with Amway. So I'm surprised you didn't get pulled in more.
That's the thing. They
But
know.
the thing was you got kicked out because you were fucking, and they wanted you to fuck, but you wouldn't, and you left.
So the thing about this town is, they know how a teenage brain works. You think with your dick, not your brain. That's how they know it works. That's why they dress like sluts. That's why the men go for women that are just want to party, or they want some drugs, or they just want to fucking snort coke. They always had drugs. They always had alcohol. They always had fun. They always had weed. They always had fucking everything. It's a goddamn plot. And then once that plot's over, and you find somebody, and you quote unquote allegedly fall in love with them, and you start a family, you start a life, they hire you for their business. You don't party anymore. You don't do drugs anymore. You might drink, but you don't do all that shit anymore because you got a fucking job to do at the goddamn logging company.
Maybe they'll have a big toke party and they'll get some of that fentanyl-laced marijuana and just end the
They had that
population.
down there, too. They had fentanyl down there, too, at the time.
That's it. That's it.
That's it.
And before you know it, they fucking got you. But you were smart enough because, like, I don't want to get drunk. It was just your thought, like, I don't want to get drunk. You could have, it's a split-second decision. Do I want to get drunk? Do I not want to get drunk? You decided not to. You left, and then they kicked you the fuck out for life because you didn't want to fucking participate.
I never talked to her again after that night.
And that's the thing. Whenever you say no, that's when you either die or you get kicked out. You die when you're too fucking deep in it.
Yeah, I said no, and then I never even spoke to her again, never talked to her, and she never called me, never texted me.
Yeah, because she moved on to the next one, and now she's married to him.
She is married to him.
Boom!
I'm pretty sure that was the next guy, too.
Yeah, motherfucker.
Yeah, she's married.
Cool. Good for
I don't
her.
know if they live there anymore, though. Probably do.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
You gotta spread it somehow.
Sure do, bud.
Sweet Jesus. Let's fucking get the fuck out of
All
here.
right, everybody. That is the episode. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for downloading.
Goddamn Colts. Let me tell you about it.
Of course, we love the absolute fucking shit out of you.
We love the absolutely burning tree out of you.
Shut up. You've talked enough. We love the absolute shit out of you. Of course, we couldn't do the show without you. Go rate and review the episode on whatever platform you're listening on. Go check out our links, merch store, Instagram. Go follow our shit. Email us if you want to. The email is always posted in the description below. It has been for 5 years.
It's on 4.5.
So if you want to send us an email with questions or whatever, questions for Alec and Amway and cults and all that shit, maybe you have personal experiences you want to reach out to us about and tell us some stories and we'll read them on the air. Give you a shout out. So thanks. Let's get out of here.
Alec, do you have anything you want to say to the people?
Pay the God tax.
Pay the God tax.
All right, everybody. Love you guys so much. Like Ryan said, all of the links to all of our stuff are in the description below. We haven't really been promoting the Comcast store yet, but we have a website. It is a store. It is thecomcast.org. You can buy all of our merch there. It's actually really good merch. I'm actually going to be ordering a new coffee tumbler because I've had it for about 3 or 4 years, and it's finally starting to the sticker's finally starting to peel off, and it's only Ryan's face that's peeling off.
Oh.
So I'm about to order a new one, but it's a great tumbler. The merch is great. So yeah, go check that out. And if you want to see all the brews that I'm reviewing, go follow me at CraftGuru58 on Untapped. And you can see all the brews that I'm reviewing, and all the beers that I review on this show are also on there and rated. And we could be friends and talk about beer. Yeah, guys. Stay safe. First episode of the year has been a great one. A lot of great episodes coming back up. Everybody have a great start to your year. Manifest destiny. Manifest what you want. Don't get cold napped. And when life gets hard and life gets you down, and you get invited to a barn party, and they want you to drink, and you say no, they kick you out for life, and then you didn't pay the God tax, and they don't burn you, you made it out alive, allegedly. Stay safe, dust off, and milk that motherfucking pig. Hey, cool.